All right, guys, welcome back to another stream. Man, it has been a minute since I've went live. It's been like just over 2 months, and I do apologize for that. But I am back, okay, going live, guys. And man, we have a lot of things to talk about, right? Past few days, we know, guys, Bitcoin has been reaching new all-time highs, okay, and it's still continuing to rise. Even today, right? We saw Bitcoin rising today, and it seems like it's not going to stop, right? Bitcoin is just going to continue to rise to new all-time highs, to record highs, right? And I don't just want to talk about Bitcoin today. I also want to talk about Casper because big things are coming for Casper. Okay, and understand, guys, right? Casper, okay, will be reaching new highs as well, right? And that's exactly what I want to talk about for tonight's stream, guys. Okay, so let's talk about it, guys, because there is in fact a fair few things that I do want to talk about. Okay, so let's do it. So Bitcoin, man, like I said, it's been looking pretty good for Bitcoin, right? I say pretty good. It's been looking amazing for Bitcoin for the past few days. Bitcoin has been reaching new all-time highs. Today, man, we saw Bitcoin finally reaching, 120. Okay, and that wasn't it, right? It went much, much higher than that. Okay, it went to 121, 122, and just recently, right, a couple of hours ago, we actually saw Bitcoin breaking $123,000, bringing it to a new record high, right? Past few days has been amazing for Bitcoin, as we all know, right? But yeah, CZ calls it just a fraction. Okay, so it's now a good time to buy. Personally, I think it still is a great time to buy Bitcoin, right? Because everyone that is buying into Bitcoin, we should be buying into Bitcoin for long term. Okay, we should be simply buying Bitcoin and holding it long term, right, for the long run. Okay, so Bitcoin, okay, is going to be a digital asset that will be worth millions of dollars, not just a million, but millions of dollars per coin one day. Meaning, yes, we will see Bitcoin reaching $2 million per coin, $5 million, $10 million, and beyond, right? So it doesn't matter whether we buy Bitcoin right now at this price, right, above 120, or if it drops back down to 100K, right, or if we buy some Bitcoin when it reaches 140 to 150, because that will be happening, right? But it doesn't matter if we buy Bitcoin at these price targets, okay, because all of that wouldn't matter because Bitcoin will be reaching over $1 million and beyond. Okay, so my personal opinion, it's still a great time to buy Bitcoin. I've been telling you guys many times, even if Bitcoin reaches, let's just say 300K, 500K one day, and it will, right? We'll eventually get there. I'm still going to buy some Bitcoin at those price targets. Okay, it's never too late to buy Bitcoin, guys, right? I'm going to be buying Bitcoin at the top forever. Okay, Bitcoin right now, in my opinion, super undervalued, right? It is. I know it's crazy to say, Bitcoin is at record highs and whatnot, but in my opinion, like, it's so cheap right now to buy Bitcoin because, like I said many times, this digital asset will be worth millions of dollars per coin one day. So if you think about it, buying Bitcoin right now just above 100K, it's a great time to buy, right? It really, really is. So going back to this, CZ calls it just a fraction. So CZ posted this on X today, right? It's actually pretty interesting. And he says here, after I bought Bitcoin in 2014, it took 3 years to reach an all-time high of $1,000, again in January 2017. We were excited. Now that is just a small fraction, less than 1%. Today, you might be excited by the current all-time high. In a few years, this will be just a fraction. And that's true. Like I said, right? This is truly just the beginning for Bitcoin, guys, okay? We're going to see Bitcoin going much, much higher, a few years down the road, right? 500K, 700K, 800K, you name it, to $1 million and beyond, right? So I really do believe in, less than a decade from now, right? Less than 10 years from now, we will see Bitcoin reaching $1 million and beyond. I think that is very, very possible for Bitcoin, guys. Okay, so yeah, it's looking amazing right now for Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin right now is slightly dropping, it's just below $122,000. Like I said earlier today, okay, we did actually see Bitcoin reaching $123,000, bring it to a record high, right? So yeah, it's been looking amazing for Bitcoin for the past few days, guys. Like literally for the past like 3 days, it's been looking, absolutely amazing for Bitcoin, right? You guys clearly see that. So yeah, looking amazing right now for Bitcoin. Alts are obviously pumping as well. Okay, a fair few alts are pumping. You guys can clearly see Ethereum is now back above $3,000, which is great to see. We did see Ethereum kind of struggling to reach back up to 3K, but it finally broke out of it, right? And it did surpass $3,000. Okay, so absolutely amazing to see for Ethereum, right? Casper right now just below 9 cents. I believe yesterday we did actually see Casper reaching 9 cents. Okay, it's gone back down a little bit, but you guys clearly see Casper right now, it's just below it. So looking pretty good for Casper in general, right? The crypto market today looking pretty good, up over 3%. The crypto total market cap sitting at 3.81 trillion, coming up to 4 trillion, right? So that's always nice to see. Bitcoin is up over 3%. It's up 12% for the week. Pretty good for Bitcoin, right? Look at Ethereum, 4% today, and it's up 20% for the week. Amazing. Okay, amazing to see for Ethereum. Okay, finally making a move. XRP has been pumping as well, up almost 8% today, and for the week it's up 30%. A fair few alts, right, for the past few days have been pumping. Look at, for example, right, Stellar XLM, right? This altcoin has been absolutely skyrocketing. Today it's up over 8%, and for the week it's up over 83%, right? Look at Sui. Sui has been doing amazing as well, up over 15% today, and it's up 36% for the week. Chainlink, right, looking amazing today. HBAR, for the week, it's up over 50%, right? So a fair few alts are pumping. Look at Polkadot for the week. It's up 22%, right? Uniswap is up almost 30% for the week. Man, a fair few alts have been pumping, guys, right? So, and in general, looking pretty good for alts, right? Altcoins are starting to pump, right? And Bitcoin has been reaching new highs, guys. Okay, and I just want to clear the air, guys. Alt season hasn't really started yet. Okay, like if we look at the Bitcoin dominance, it is still up over 64%. It's dropped a little bit. A couple of days ago, this was at 65%, so it's dropped a little bit, right? You guys clearly see that, but we have to see a major drop happening with the Bitcoin dominance for alt season to pretty much start, because usually when alt season does start, the Bitcoin dominance does drop. Right, you guys clearly see that, okay, every single time. So we saw one in 2017, and then we saw one in 2021, right? And this time around, okay, we're going to see the exact same thing. We're going to see pretty much a decent drop happening for the Bitcoin dominance for alt season to start. And I do believe alt season will start very, very shortly, guys, okay? It is coming, so I hope you guys, are ready for that, okay? But yeah, overall, looking pretty good for crypto, okay, and Bitcoin. The Fin Greed Index is of course in a greed mode, okay, sitting at 74, just like yesterday, even last week at 73, and last month was sitting at 63 in greed mode as well. So in general, right, the sentiment hasn't really changed, okay, but there is in fact a lot of greed right now, okay, happening for Bitcoin and crypto. So looking pretty good in general, right? It really, really is. Now, understand, guys, since Bitcoin has been pumping for the past, few days, and this week alone has been looking amazing for Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's highest weekly close in history, right? So amazing to see, okay? Bitcoin just printed one of the most bullish weekly candles in its history, okay? So what a time to be alive, right? What a great time to be alive, guys. Bitcoin is truly making history right now, okay? It really, really is. So this is amazing to see for Bitcoin. The Bitcoin bull run is just getting started. You guys need to understand, yes, Bitcoin has been reaching record highs for the past few days. I feel like every single day Bitcoin has just been going up, right? For the past like 3 days, Bitcoin has just been reaching record highs. And you guys need to understand, yes, that is amazing. Okay, and a lot of people right now are obviously excited for Bitcoin, right? Retail investors are slowly coming in to Bitcoin, right? We're going to see some FOMO, Okay, I've said this many times. Okay, we're going to see some FOMO happening for Bitcoin. I've seen this many times, right? People that, didn't buy Bitcoin during the bear market, they're going to FOMO in when Bitcoin starts to recover and, reaching record highs. And that's exactly what's happening right now with Bitcoin. And retail interest is coming, right? So you guys need to understand this is just the beginning. Okay, yes, Bitcoin has been reaching new highs, but this is truly just the beginning, guys. Okay, this is just the start. We're gonna see Bitcoin going much higher, as I've been telling guys many times. We're gonna see Bitcoin going to 130, to 150, to 180, to eventually $200,000, to even 250. I think this is very possible for Bitcoin, right? During this bull market right now, I do believe Bitcoin will be reaching 200K and beyond. I truly do believe that's going to be happening for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin holders, be prepared for that, because that is coming here. This is truly just the beginning for Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin is nowhere near the top yet. Okay, we're going to see more gold candles happening for Bitcoin. And yeah, Bitcoin is just going to be going parabolic. And I hope you guys are ready for it, because it is coming. Okay, so be prepared. But yes, understand, I've talked about this many times. Okay, the global money supply, right, has been going up. And usually when this happens, Bitcoin follows. So since the global money supply has in fact been going up, that means Bitcoin will follow and go up with it. And usually, okay, Bitcoin, it takes a bit of time to catch up with the global money supply, right? But then later on, Bitcoin does follow and catch up with it. So you guys can clearly see that's exactly what's happening right now. Okay, the global money supply has been going up. And that means Bitcoin is about to go much higher. So understand, 130, 140, 150, it's coming. Okay, I'm telling you guys right now, it is coming. And I hope you guys are prepared for it. Truly, right? So get ready, guys, because Bitcoin is about to go parabolic. And we're going to see Bitcoin reaching these price targets of 130, 140 to 150 and beyond. Okay, and since Bitcoin has been pumping, right, so you guys can clearly see Bitcoin has surpassed Amazon by market cap. So this is the top assets by market cap. And a couple of days ago, okay, Bitcoin's sitting at number 6. Okay, and it's now replaced Amazon. Okay, so it's flipped it, right? So the market cap for Bitcoin is much higher than Amazon. And I've been telling us many times, Bitcoin is going to be at number 1. Bitcoin will surpass gold. Okay, and you guys can clearly see gold's market cap right now is almost at 23 trillion. Right, and that may seem far off, but as I told you guys many times, Bitcoin is going to be reaching price targets of 700K, 800K to $1 million and beyond, right? And once Bitcoin does reach those price targets, the market cap will surpass gold, right? So if you really think about it, Bitcoin will easily surpass gold. Okay, it's now at number 5. I remember seeing this couple months ago, and Bitcoin was at number 7, right? It was like below silver. But now Bitcoin has surpassed Google, silver, and Amazon just recently. Now, okay, next up is Apple, right? And then market cap is over 3 trillion. That's easily going to happen, right? And then there's Microsoft, there's Nvidia, and then gold, right? So not too far off, guys. Okay, Bitcoin will surpass all these other assets, okay, by market cap. So I hope you guys are ready for that, right? So yeah, looking pretty good for Bitcoin lately. I'm expecting Bitcoin to be going much higher, right? I really am. But as I told you guys many times, right, we're going to be entering the month of August, which is next month, and then September. And as I've been telling you guys many times, usually these months, August and September, are pretty bearish months and times for Bitcoin. Usually during the month of August, especially September, we do see Bitcoin dropping majority of the time. Okay, so I do believe Q3, we're going to see a lot of ups and downs. So far, Q3, right? This is a great start for Q3, obviously, right? This month of July has been amazing for Bitcoin, reaching record highs. But you guys need to understand, okay, Bitcoin is not going to go up forever. Okay, we're going to see some corrections along the way. So understand, I'm expecting Bitcoin to have some corrections, in the month of August, which is next month, especially September, because as we know, September is a very bearish month for Bitcoin. And I'm not saying this to be bearish. Okay, you guys know I'm very bullish for Bitcoin, but you guys need to understand, Bitcoin will eventually have these corrections. Okay, so I just want to put it out there. right? So that's Bitcoin. Let's talk about Casper real quick. Okay, let me give you guys a update on Casper. What's happening with Casper right now, man? Casper's been looking pretty good, right? We know Casper did reach what was it, 6 cents, okay, just last month in June, right? And it's gone back up, right? You guys clearly see that. And then we did see Casper, okay, forming, right, this resistance and the support level, okay, for the past few weeks, right? You guys clearly see that. It did touch this resistance not once but twice, and this support level, okay, a very, very strong support level right over here for Casper, sorry. And I told you guys, we have to see Casper breaking out of this resistance line for it to shoot up, right? And that's exactly what Casper did. Okay, you guys clearly see that. It's shot up, it broke that resistance right over here, and it shot up all the way to 9 cents, over 9 cents. It's gone back down a little bit, back at 8 cents, and now it's going back up, right? And it's looking like, as of right now, Casper wants to reach back up to 9 cents to eventually 10 cents. And of course, even reaching back up to its previous highs, even reaching a new all-time high. I truly do believe that is coming for Casper, guys. Like, the chart right now for Casper, I must say, is looking pretty bullish. I must say. Okay, it really, really is, right? So I do believe, soon enough, we're going to see some amazing moves happening for Casper. Understand, guys, smart contracts are coming for Casper by summer, I believe, right? So that's very, very soon. And that's going to be a game changer for Casper, right? So big things are coming for Casper, and I do believe soon enough we're going to see Casper reaching back up above 10 cents, right? So far for this month in July, man, Casper's up almost 18%, 17.9%. Great start, right, for July and Q3, right? It's up over 17% for Q3, so not too bad for Casper. But I really do believe Q4, that's when things will change for Casper. I do believe Q4, we're going to see Casper skyrocketing. I truly do believe, just in general, Q4, we're going to see Bitcoin pumping like crazy. And I do believe, like, alt season will be happening as well. We're going to see a lot of altcoins absolutely just going parabolic. So I hope you guys are, prepared for that, right? We've been waiting for alt season for a while now. And, obviously this bull market is different. Obviously, alt season didn't, happen in Q1 or Q2. Just like what most of us would have expected. So obviously we did see a delay happening for alt season, but I truly do believe that will eventually change. Okay. The volume today for Casper, okay, $101 million. Okay, so over $100 million. The market cap still above 2.3 billion, which is always nice to see. The next reduction is in 21 days. Then the next reward, as we all know, is 4.62 Casper. Okay. So understand, right? Like I said earlier, okay, the chart right now is looking pretty good for Casper. And it seems like Casper is ready to go back up to 12 cents. Okay, so it says here last time, Casper buy signal printed on the daily. We pumped 50%. I'm expecting 12 cents inside the next month. And yeah, I'll pin this post and revisit it at the end of July to see, where we are. So this person is predicting that by the end of this month in July, we'll see Casper going back up to 12 cents. Okay, so we will see about that, right? But so far, man, it is, looking pretty good for Casper, right, on the daily time frame. Okay, it really, really is, guys. Okay, it's all about patience. We know we are so early for Casper, right? That's what you guys need to understand. This project is so early. Okay, it's like Bitcoin back in 2013, 2012, or Ethereum back in like 2017 or 2018. That's how early we are for Casper, guys. Okay, you guys need to understand that big things are coming for Casper. Casper's still developing. Things are being tested for Casper. So understand we are so early into this project. Okay, there's not much hype into Casper. As we all know, not a lot of people in the crypto space are talking about Casper. That just shows you guys, okay, a huge signal on how early we are for Casper. Okay, but understand, yes, Bitcoin has been reaching all-time highs. Soon enough, Casper's gonna follow, right? Casper, okay, is gonna follow and be reaching new all-time highs as well. It's not just gonna be Bitcoin. Casper will do the exact same thing, guys. Okay, so with Bitcoin hitting new all-time highs of $119,000 and climbing, don't forget to look at Casper. Okay, if you believe in Bitcoin's core values, proof of work, censorship resistance, fair, decentralized money, you need to study Casper. It builds on Bitcoin's foundation, but faster, more scalable, and still 100% proof of work. No pre-mine, block deck tech, 10 blocks per second, which is a big one, right? Because Casper at one point was doing 1 block per second. Now it's doing 10 blocks per second, right? And it's full decentralization, right? So Casper is, I want to say it is pretty similar to Bitcoin, but much better. Yes, it is. Okay, so since Bitcoin has been reaching new highs, Casper will be reaching new highs as well, guys. Okay, please understand that. Like I said, Bitcoin will be going much higher. Same with Casper, right? Casper will be going much, much higher as well. Okay, it is Bitcoin season, right? As we all know. Okay, Bitcoin has been reaching record highs, whereas, for example, Ethereum, the largest altcoin out there, hasn't even reached back up to its previous highs yet, right? You guys can just clearly see that. Not even close. So this just shows you guys that it really is Bitcoin season, right? And all season will eventually happen, like I said, right? But as of right now, it is Bitcoin season, guys. Okay, now understand Casper's ripping after a small reversed head and shoulders. My guess, we continue higher as it looks like we are forming a cup, right? So very, very bullish for Casper, right? Just to clearly see, okay, a reverse head and shoulders pattern, okay? And yeah, it seems like Casper will continue to rise back up to 9 cents and higher. Okay, so get ready for that, guys, okay? And understand, I've been talking about this for a while now. A fair few Bitcoin maxis, people that are bullish in Bitcoin and just Bitcoin maxis in general are starting to come into Casper, as we all know. Okay, and I've told you guys this many times, for the past few months, I've been telling you guys, if you like Bitcoin, if you are bullish for Bitcoin, you're going to like Casper. It's that simple. And you guys know I am very, very bullish for Bitcoin. Okay, I'm not a Bitcoin maxi, right? I don't just hold Bitcoin. I also hold other projects, right? But you guys need to understand, even the Bitcoin maxis out there will start coming into Casper, just like this person right over here. And I already talked about this. I already made a video talking about this a couple of days ago. So if you guys haven't seen the video, you should definitely check it out. I think it's titled like Bitcoin maxis starting to come into Casper, something on those lines. But this guy right over here, okay, he was all in on Bitcoin. And I remember reading his bio, whatever you want to call this, right? And yeah, he was talking about, starting Bitcoin. He didn't mention anything about Casper, but now he's mentioning Casper as well. You guys can clearly see Bitcoin and Casper, right? And, this guy, right, I'm pretty sure he was a Bitcoin maxi. I'm not 100% sure, right? But, like just last week, he wasn't bullish on Casper. He wasn't even talking about Casper. Now he is. And you guys can clearly see he is swapping some of his Bitcoin holdings for Casper, right? And personally, guys, okay, I would never do this. Personally, right, as I've been telling you guys many times, I would never sell any of my Bitcoins or swap any of my Bitcoins for Casper. Because as you guys know, I am going all in on 2 of these projects, okay? Like, I am equally bullish on both Bitcoin and Casper. That's what you guys need to understand, right? And I've been telling you guys this many, many times, okay? I made this post, listen, I'm going all in on Bitcoin and Casper. I truly do believe that Bitcoin and Casper are both great long-term investments. Right now, these 2 are my main focus for the long-term play. Okay, so you guys need to understand I am both equally bullish on Bitcoin and Casper. Okay, I've been accumulating, Bitcoin for the past almost 5 years now, and for Casper's coming up to a year, right? And it's been amazing so far. Okay, it's been an amazing process and journey, accumulating both of these projects, right? And yeah, I'm just equally bullish on both of them. So personally, guys, I would never sell or swap any of my Bitcoins for Casper. Okay, it's just even the other way around. I would never sell any of my Casper for Bitcoin, right? I'm just buying them in general, right? I'm just dollar cost averaging on both of these projects, right? So that is that, guys. But it's great to see that, Bitcoin maxis are coming into Casper, right? They're slowly researching, doing their own research on Casper, right? So that is, great to see. But if you guys have any questions, let me know. And yeah, I guess I'll do a little Q&A. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know now, and I will be more than happy to answer them. But yeah, I appreciate everyone right now for joining tonight's stream. All right, let's see the comments here. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll be doing a little Q&A. All right, so someone says here, Casper price action has been disappointing a bit during this Bitcoin run. I hope it does well. That 9 cents and some solid wall to break, which Casper finds tough each and every time. Yes, that is true. I mean, ever since Casper did drop back down to like below 10 cents, right? When was this? Let's have a look here. This was back in May, so a couple months back, right? We saw Casper dropping, and then it continued to drop. It dropped all the way to 6 cents, but right now Casper's going back up. Okay, and yeah, Casper did struggle a little bit to reach back up to 10 cents, even above 9 cents, right? You can clearly see that a fair few times already. But I really do believe maybe this time around Casper will break out of this, right? This is a good question. What's your best Casper meme? I don't have one. I don't have one. I don't invest, or not invest. I don't buy any Casper meme coins, and that's just in general, guys. I don't really buy meme coins. Like sometimes I do trade it, but that's it. I'm just buying Casper, guys. I don't have any Casper meme coins, which I know probably is disappointing for a lot of you guys. Price prediction for Casper at the end of the bull run. That really depends, It really all depends, right? I mean, as we know, a lot of big things are coming for Casper. Casper's still developing, it is being tested and whatnot on a lot of things. And, the biggest thing that is coming very soon is smart contracts. So if smart contracts are coming, we see Casper, having stable coins. That's been talked about a lot. And of course, Casper being listed on major crypto exchanges, that's also been talked a lot as well. We can see Casper rising to the dollar ranges for sure. But end of this bull run, right? I've said this many times. Bear case, maybe like 60 cents or above 60 cents. Base case, like $1, over $1. And then the most bullish scenario is probably $3 by the end of this bull run. Someone says Casper to $22 this bull run. Yeah, as much as I am bullish on Casper, I don't think that's going to be happening this bull run. Casper will be reaching over $20 one day, but just not this bull run, not this bull market. So this is a pretty good question. Will it be a good idea to sell Bitcoin when it goes higher and try to buy it during the bear market? Yeah, you can do that if you want to. But personally, me, guys, right, I'm just buying and holding Bitcoin. Okay, and I've round tripped my Bitcoin holdings. Okay, I don't care what Bitcoin is doing short term because I'm just simply buying and holding it for long term, right? So you guys can do that. There's nothing wrong for taking profits. Okay, no one has gone broke taking profits. Okay, so you guys can do that, right? Sell some Bitcoins during this time period, right? If it goes higher, DCA out, take more profits, right? Take some off the table, and then buy back in during the bear market. Yes, you can do that. It's really up to you guys. But for me, I'll just buy and hold Bitcoin. That's really it. Best regards from Germany. Shout out to Germany. Even though we can't time the market. Yes, that is very true. If you're timing the market, it really does screw with your emotions. It really does. So that's why we have DCA, right? Just dollar cost average. It's a great investing strategy that a lot of people use. You don't have to, time the market. What does it take to make Binance list Casper? That is a very good question. And as we know, for the past few months, man, Binance, right on X, they've been teasing us a lot with them listing Casper, right? They're giving us a lot of hints and rumors that they will be listing Casper, right, on their exchange. So I don't know what it takes for them, because I know major, crypto exchanges, right, like Binance, Coinbase, even something like crypto.com, they have heard our voices, guys. Whatever they post on X, you guys just read the threads and whatnot. It's everyone's just talking about Casper. When are you guys going to be listing Casper, right? And I know these guys are just hiding it. I do believe one day, though, they will be listing Casper for sure, 100%. But yeah, that is a good question. I don't know what it takes at this point, because Casper's not even listed on these exchanges yet, which is fine, right? What can Casper reach in 5 years? So pretty much in the next bull market, I think Casper will be in the dollar ranges for sure. Casper won't be in the cent ranges like where it is right now. I truly do believe in the next like 5 years plus and beyond, I think Casper will reach the dollar ranges for sure, 100%. Someone says waiting for 5 cents. Man, maybe, yeah, maybe Casper can drop back down to that price target of 5 cents, which was where it was back in April. And it hit it not once, but twice, right? You guys clearly see that. And it's funny because, I did predict, okay, back in, I think it was in March, right? That Casper was going to be going to 5 cents. And a lot of people were calling me dumb for predicting that. And yeah, Casper actually reached 5 cents. And yeah, it was just funny to me. Do I think Casper will go back to 5 cents? Probably, maybe. Because like I said, the next upcoming few months, August, especially September, is going to be bearish for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin drops, then most likely alt will drop, right? So maybe Casper does drop back down to 5 cents. And if it does, man, I'm going to be buying. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to be buying a lot more Casper. Time to break 9 cents. Yeah, hopefully it's looking like Casper wants to reach back up to 9 cents and higher. Smart contracts, Binance, and Coinbase listing will make Casper explode easy $5. Yes, that is true. Right? You guys need to understand, once we do see smart contracts coming for Casper, okay, tier 1 listings happening for Casper, the price is going to rise. Anything that get listed on these major crypto exchanges is going to rise, guys, right? Pretty sure we all know that. And, a lot of people in the crypto space use these exchanges to buy, sell, and trade crypto, right? Binance, a lot of people use Binance, Coinbase, even something like crypto.com. And personally, I don't use these exchanges at all, right? But a lot of people out there in the crypto space use these exchanges, okay? And once Casper does get listed on these exchanges, Casper is just going to be going mainstream, pretty much, okay? And then there's going to be a lot of hype around Casper. Because you guys need to understand, we are so early into this project, right? Casper's not even listed on tier 1 major crypto exchange, which just shows you guys how early we are for Casper, right? There's not a lot of hype right now with Casper, which is a good thing, right? You want to get into a project that has no hype, okay? That is still early, right? So this is the best time to get into Casper in my opinion. It really, really is. And I'm pretty sure you guys can agree with me on that one. I'm a believer in Casper. I'm glad you are. Will Casper have NFTs? That is a. I'm pretty sure Casper already has NFTs. I have to look that up because that is a good question. I'm pretty sure Casper has NFTs already. And by the way, what is happening with NFTs? Oh no, there's no NFTs for Casper, I don't think. But yeah, what is happening with NFTs, man? I'm wondering if NFTs will like go back up at least during this bull market because in the last bull market it was going crazy, right? A lot of people were talking about NFTs and whatnot. So someone says I'm all in Casper, but I think Casper is in a bear market and won't go over the last all-time high of 21 cents. Um, hope I'm wrong. Next bull, I see Casper minimum at $5. Um, do you really think Casper is in a bear market? I think Casper will for sure reach back up to its previous highs, even reaching a new high, probably by the end of this um, year, 2025. I truly do believe that is possible for Casper. I think Q4 will be amazing for Casper. Q3, this is a great start, but you know, August and September are coming, and as we know, that is pretty bearish times for Bitcoin, right? And if Bitcoin's going down, then most likely alts will follow and drop with it, right? That's usually just what happens. So, Q3, it's going to be a bumpy road, right? We're going to see a lot of ups and downs happening for Bitcoin and crypto. But I do believe Q4, that's when things will change for sure. That's just my personal opinion. But I hope you guys are, hanging tight right now for Casper. This is not the time to be bearish at all for Casper. This is the time to be the most bullish, right? Casper is below 10 cents, guys. Understand that. It's so undervalued. It really is. Buying Casper below 10 cents is a blessing. This is truly a once in a lifetime opportunity, right? When we see Casper going back up to 20 cents, reaching new highs, we probably will never see Casper at these price levels ever again. That's the truth, right? And we know this project is going to be reaching the dollar ranges. So just think about that. So personally, guys, I'm accumulating a lot of Casper right now below 10 cents. It's super undervalued right now, in my opinion. It really, really is. And I'm pretty sure you guys can agree with me. Yeah, I'm super bullish on Casper, but I really think Casper is in a bear market, already pumped a lot since launch and needs to relax. I'm still buying every week. Super bullish on Casper long term. That is great to hear. But yeah, when Casper did launch, guys, it launched in like late 2021, like November of 2021. And if you guys remember, right, during that time period, that was when the bull market pretty much ended, and then we entered the bear market, right? And during that bear market, in 2022, Casper was looking pretty good. Casper was performing much, much better than majority of other altcoins. But yeah, it was looking pretty good for Casper. It was holding up very, very well for Casper. No super chats. Is there no super chats? Oops. Casper has been in a downtrend for 12 months. Once we break 9 cents on the monthly, we are going to new all-time highs for sure. Yes, that is very true. I feel like we have to break this level of 9 cents, right? Let's go back to the daily time frame. So yeah, we have been seeing Casper trying to break above 9 cents for a while now, even just last month in June. Casper did reach back up to 9 cents, couldn't break out of it, and it just went back down, right? You guys clearly see that, but right now it's going back up, right? So hopefully this time it does rise. Maybe. It's looking like it will. It's looking pretty strong right now for Casper. Holding 100,000 Casper here for long term. That is amazing. I'm glad you are a dolphin. And yeah, I've said this many times, you know, holding 100,000 Casper tokens, that's amazing. That is the goal. And I really do believe, you know, holding 100,000 Casper tokens for the long term play, I truly do believe you're going to be pretty wealthy for sure. You're from Mexico. Shout out to Mexico. Man, I got a lot of people from all over the world right now, which is crazy. I see the comments. You guys are, you know, some of you guys are from the US, of course. Some of you guys are from Germany, Mexico, right? Nigeria, even, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys. What's your Casper price prediction for this bull run? Um, well, I've said it many times, but end of this bull run, yeah, you know, base case, I see Casper reaching 80 cents to a dollar at least. Pardon me. Um, but it could go much, much higher. You know, the most bullish scenario is probably over $2 to $3. But yeah, we got to see some big things happening for Casper for it to, you know, go to those price levels. So someone says, "Where do you get the Casper poster from?" Love from WA. I appreciate you. I got that poster from some website. I actually forgot where I got it from. To be honest with you, I got it like a couple months ago. It was like over $200. Believe it or not, it's just a canvas print. That's really it. It's just canvas, and it was over $200, guys, which is insane. But it's fine. Let me find the website actually. I think I got it from some website called Red Bubble, Red Rumble. I actually don't know. Oh, Red Bubble, some website called Red Bubble. That's where I bought it from. In case you're wondering. Oh, but you live in the US. So you're from Mexico, but you live in the US. That's nice. How is the US? Is the US a nice country to live in? I've never been there personally, and I'm, you know, from Australia. Casper target in this bull run. Yeah, I get this question a lot. I feel like you guys need to watch my Casper price prediction video that I made at the beginning of this year in 2025. If you guys haven't seen that video, you should definitely check it out, because I get this question a lot. What is my Casper price target this bull run? Just watch that video if you haven't already. It's great here, lots of work. Yeah, I feel like that's in every country. Everyone's working hard. I've heard the US is nice. I would love to visit the US one day, hopefully. If you want to come here, you're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I would love to visit the US one day. I've heard it's pretty nice. The cities I would visit, Miami for sure. Probably Los Angeles. Am I saying that right? Los Angeles. Okay, so looking pretty good for Casper. 3.9%, coming up to 4%. Are meme coins moving right now? Let's have a look. Since alts have been moving, are memes are not really moving right now, which is crazy. I mean, for the week, they're up over 10%, over 13%. Yeah, not too bad for meme coins, I must say, for the week. Not too bad. Real target $5. Yes, I mean, this bull run, I don't think Casper will be reaching $5, but in the next bull market, yeah, it is possible. $5 is a lot, yes, it is. And as much as I am bullish on Casper, I don't think we will see Casper reaching $5 this bull market. I want to be honest with you guys, right? That, like, if anything, if Casper does reach $5, that's going to be like in the next bull market, not this one, right? It's going to happen down in the future. Do you think Casper can drop to like 8 cents? Yeah. I mean, it's not too far from that, but yeah, I do believe. I even think Casper can drop back down to like 7 cents. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, right? I think it's coming, and I don't mind. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't mind if Casper stays below 10 cents. I actually want Casper to stay below 10 cents so I can accumulate as much Casper as I possibly can. Because buying Casper below 10 cents is a blessing. It really is. It's super undervalued below 10 cents. That's what you guys need to understand. So, honestly, I hope Casper drops. I don't care. I want it to drop so I can buy more at a cheaper price. I know where Casper's heading long term. I don't mind if it drops to, back down to 7 cents, 6 cents, 5 cents even, right? I don't mind. I'll just buy more. I'll accumulate more. I hope Casper. Oh, wait, what? Buying price Casper this time, bro. Okay, I'm glad you are. I hope drops a little more so I can buy 10k USD. Wow, that is a lot. Good for you. That is amazing. That's great to hear. But hey, don't time the market. Just dollar cost average with that 10k. Just DCA, right? Use that money to dollar cost average into Casper, right? Whether it's chucking in $500 into Casper every week, right? Just DCA, brother. Casper, this bull run, $1 confirm. It is possible. And honestly, right, if we don't see Casper reaching $1 this year in 2025, it can happen probably in 2026. And the reason why I say that is because some people are saying that, the 4-year cycle is not going to be happening for crypto anymore, right? So we know about the 4-year cycle. We enter different cycles, the bull market and the bear market. Right now, we're obviously, in the bull cycle. And yeah, it's 2025. And usually, right, this is the 4th year. The next year, right, we're going to be entering the bear market. But a fair few people out there in the crypto space are saying, the 4-year cycle is no longer going to be happening. So that means next year in 2026, we're still going to be in a bull cycle, which means we're still going to see Bitcoin going higher. That means altcoins will still continue to go high as well. So maybe, who exactly knows, right? We'll see what will happen next year in 2026. So if Casper doesn't reach $1 this year, then most likely will happen next year. Jerome Powell, not leaving until next May. Yeah, that's a while. That guy needs to just retire at this point. That's just my personal opinion. But man, altcoins have been looking pretty good, right? For the past few days. Looking very, very good actually. It's great to see altcoins finally, making a move. Because, for the past few months, man, alts have not been moving at all, as we all know. Not as much. But past few days, it's been looking pretty good for alts. Jay says, "Are you a millionaire?" Just curious because you've been investing for so long. I don't really want to disclose that. I mean, I'm not like rich, But I truly do believe with my holdings that I'm holding right now, especially with like Bitcoin and whatnot, Casper, I do believe down in the future, very soon, I will be a millionaire. And then I can finally leave my job and whatnot and just live happily ever after. Move to a low tax country, of course, right, to avoid tax. That's what most people are doing right now in the crypto space. People that are making mills on crypto, they're moving to a low tax country like the UAE, Dubai, for example. And I am planning on, visiting Dubai very soon just to see if I actually like it. And if I like Dubai, then I'm going there. I'm moving. I'm getting out of Australia because, man, the tax in Australia is just crazy. It's way too high, y'all. This is a good question. We can't predict Casper price during bull run. We should just accumulate as much as possible at lower price. And I'll try to get rid of my alts and memes from the last BR to buy only Bitcoin and Casper. That's exactly what I'm doing as well. I'm just only buying Bitcoin and Casper as of right now. I still have holdings of Ethereum. And with my Ethereums, I'm planning on selling pretty much all of it for both Bitcoin and Casper. Like ever since I came across Casper, man, things have changed. Are we still in a good area to DCA? Yes, we 100% are. This is a great time to DCA. It still is a great time to DCA, right? Even though alts have been going up, Bitcoin has been reaching record highs. This is still a great time to DCA. It really, really is. There is no better time to DCA than now. This bull run Casper minimum target in dollars. Not sure, maybe $1 and beyond. Is eliminating capital gains tax on crypto in the big beautiful bull? If so, that's going to moon Bitcoin. Yeah, that's true. I've heard in the US they are in the process of making Bitcoin tax free. I believe. I don't know if it's just Bitcoin or just crypto in general, but apparently it's going to be tax free. They're in the process of doing that. What do you use to manage your tax of crypto here in Australia? I use something called Coinly. I think it's called Coinly, yeah. That's what I mainly use to do my tax on crypto. But luckily, I don't sell much crypto. That's what you guys need to understand. I'm just mainly buying and holding, right? Like I sold, like before, guys, when I first started into crypto, man, I remember I had like over 10 different altcoins, which is crazy. It has changed so much now. I don't hold a lot of alts. Like my main bags are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Casper. Those three. Everything else is like pretty small amounts. But sooner that's like I said, that's gonna change. You know, my Ethereum holdings, my bag of Ethereum, I'm gonna swap it to like Bitcoin and Casper. Like ever since I came across Casper, man, things have changed. I'm just like all in on Casper. Joe says, and this is a pretty good question. Mitchell, can you do a day in a life of an investor type of content? We will like to see your day apart from investing. You know, I am thinking of making maybe another YouTube channel down in the future, like a vlog channel, right? I am thinking about that. Maybe you guys want to see that, you know, like a vlog channel. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, my life is not that interesting right now. It really isn't. I'm just in the grind right now. You know, I'm in the dirt. I'm just grinding my way for my future self. I used to vlog, guys, if you guys didn't know. In fact, let me just show you guys something real quick. Wait, let me just show you guys something. Real quick. Oh, it's a bit dusty. Alright. Let me show you guys this. Because I used to vlog, right? I used to have a vlog channel. I believe I don't think my video I think my videos are all private now, but I have a 100k plaque, if you guys didn't know. And this was my vlogging channel, right? I used to vlog back in the day, if you guys didn't know. But I stopped that now. You know, ever since I came across Bitcoin and crypto, I'm just like mainly focusing on that. But yeah, hopefully I'll get one of these for this channel one day. But yeah, it's great to see, right? I still have this. But yeah, I used to vlog, if you guys didn't know, which was crazy, right? But yeah, just a little fun fact if you guys didn't know. Any Americans here who can give us feedback about tax-free crypto in the US? Is that actually happening? Yeah. Does anyone actually know, like confirm, if the US is actually in the process of making crypto gains tax-free there? Because if they truly are 100% in that process, man, that's gonna be crazy, right? Imagine paying tax on your investments from money that's already been taxed on your 95. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying, right? Will, I'm glad you understand. Does anyone else agree that tax is like robbery, or is it just me? I think tax is robbery, the biggest like robbery in the world. It really is. And that's why, guys, like down in the future, I'm getting out of Australia. If Australia doesn't make Bitcoin tax free, I'm out. Right? It's that simple. And I'm going to move into, you know, a tax free country. And that's what a lot of people are doing in the crypto space, you know. And I think it's a smart move. That's why a lot of people are going to the UAE, right? Dubai, to avoid taxes. And I get it. Tax on crypto here in Australia is absurd. Holding long term until I can move abroad to a low tax city. Yes, that's a smart move, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing as well. What was your vlog channel? What was it called? It's been a couple years now. I actually don't know. Actually, I have no idea what it was called, to be honest. But it doesn't matter because all my videos are private now. Tax is the biggest scam. Yes, it is. But then taxing your money that's already been taxed is plain dumb. Like, are we that stupid to let it happen? Yeah, exactly right. You are right, Will. It is literally the biggest scam. It's just robbery. Right? I'm pretty sure everyone here can agree on that. That tax is literally robbery. It's actually ridiculous. And the tax here in Australia, guys, it just keeps going up, like bit by bit throughout the years. So someone says, as far as taxes, somebody has to pay to build the roads and pay police. Yeah, that's very true. But you need to understand, they are literally printing money out of thin air, right? They're printing this. They can literally just use that printed money to pay for the roads, police, and whatnot, right? All that. They don't need our money. You know what I mean? That we're working hard for. That's just my opinion. I just think taxes is complete robbery. Tax free is only for US based crypto. Oh, okay, I see. That makes sense. And it hasn't passed yet. Should know regulations by August. Okay. Thanks for the update, Chase. Universal here in Australia, our roads are shit. Yes, it really is. And I was in Brisbane, right, guys? Okay, a city in Australia, right, called Brisbane. And man, the roads are terrible. Like the roads will be like hills. Like you'll be driving and then you'll be going up a hill and then you'll be going down it. And then there'll be another hill. Like the roads are literally like bumpy, like long hills, guys. It's crazy. The roads, you know, in some cities in Australia, it's actually terrible. And we're paying our taxes for the roads, by the way. I've got a feeling smart contracts are only a matter of weeks away until we see mainnet announcement from Casplex. Let's see. Yes, that's true. You know, big things are coming for Casper, man. But yeah, right now Casper's looking pretty good. It really is. Good to see someone else bullish on Casper. Been holding and buying since 3 cents. Good for you. That's amazing. What made you get into Casper? What made me get into Casper was, I came across it. Okay, I did some research. I was kind of like 50-50 on it, right? I really was, guys. Like, I'm going to be transparent with you guys. I was 50-50 on it. I wasn't like you know, saying to myself, oh yeah, this is gonna be the next big thing. I wasn't saying that. But once I had this phone call with someone, right? I'm not gonna, name the name or anything. I don't think they want to be on social media or anything. But yeah, I was on a phone call with someone, right? And he's in crypto as well, right? He's an investor into crypto. And he was mentioning about Casper. He was saying, this is going to be the next big thing. And I was telling him, I did do a little bit of research on Casper. And then he was telling more about it, right? And I really listened to him. And then after that phone call, I just really dived deep into Casper, right? Did my research on Casper, and I was like, wow, this is truly going to be the next big thing, right? And then once I knew that, I was all in. I was like, man, we are so early into this project. Not a lot of people are talking about it. It's already in the top 100. Casper eventually is going to be in the top 10, top 5, top 3 even one day, right? It's going to be happening. Whether you like it or not, it's going to be happening, right? As we all know. And yeah, man, I just knew Casper was so early, and I just got into this project, and yeah, I just never looked back from there. Just went all in. And what I like about Casper is pretty similar to Bitcoin, but in a much better way, right? Scalable, it's faster, right? Much, much faster than, Bitcoin with transactions and whatnot. Bitcoin does what was it? 10 1 block per 10 minutes, whereas Casper's doing 10 blocks per second. So Casper's much, much faster, right? We pay taxes for our pothole-filled roads. That's hilarious. Keep up the good work, Mitchell. Appreciate the content. Keep me bullish on Cas. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone right now for joining tonight's stream. But yeah, guys, I think we're going to end it here. Appreciate everyone that has joined tonight's stream. I will keep you guys updated on, of course, both Bitcoin and Casper. But man, I'm very, very bullish on both of these projects. Very, very bullish. There's no reason right now to not be bullish on both Bitcoin and Casper right now. This is the best time to get into these projects, right? It really, really is, especially Casper. So that being said, I appreciate all you guys for watching tonight's stream, joining tonight's stream. Like I said again, I apologize. I really do apologize for not going live for over 2 months now. Hopefully it won't happen again. But at least I've been uploading every single day for you guys. So if you guys haven't seen any of my videos that I've been uploading for the past few days, you should definitely check them out, right? Really would appreciate that. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys for watching tonight's stream. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. That is always much, much appreciated. And yeah, I will catch you guys all in my next one. Have a good one, guys.